Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing Mono Black mid-range. Mono Black because all the cards in here are black, except for like one artifact. And mid-range because despite the fact there's a lot going on in ones and twos, this deck doesn't really come into its own until you get to round 4 or 5. The longer we can let it go, the more this deck kind of takes over. If that sounds good to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, and I may be a doctor, but I'm not that kind of doctor. So please stop sending me pictures of your infected junk. Doctor, you can't suck it. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, posted by Poor Planeswalker, called Mono Black Midrange. The big deal is that I've been trying for days to try to get a video out. I've been cursed again. That happens to me. Usually about once a month is what it feels like. I'm playing decks that are at the top of the list. High win rates, and I'm just losing it like crazy. Feels like the shuffler's trying to give me either no mana or all the mana. I'm going against things that are just kryptonite to the deck I'm playing, or the other person has every exact card they need to be able to take me down. Just ridiculous things. When that kind of happens, I know I'm cursed. At what point, then I usually have to fall back to Mono Black Control. In this case, I went for Mono Black mid-range. A good black utility deck with a bunch of good control in it, such as Shoot the Sheriff and Archenemy's Charm, a little bit of Trajectory. Yeah, that's what we need. A little Deadly Cover-Up to wipe a board. That's what you need to be able to break the curse. So if that's what works for me, I don't know if it's going to work for you, but that's what I would recommend if you have a curse occurring to you. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We'll talk a little bit how it should work, and we're going to crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got today? We got Hand Hate, Creature Kill, Graveyard Hate, Hand Hate. This works with Unholy Annex because it's a demon, so therefore you'll gain life when you have the Unholy Annex up rather than losing it. It's a great defender, and if you end up getting 6 mana, you can put Popo counters on it, and it can attack. Creature Kill. They lose half their life whenever it deals damage to an opponent. Archenemy's Charms. You can exile target creature or planeswalker, return 2 creatures from your graveyard to your hand, or put 2 Popo counters on target creature control. It gives lightly. So you could put 2 Popo counters onto a demon wall, get it activated for 3 mana. You could do that. Elegy Acolyte's got lifelink. Whenever one or more creature control deals counter damage to a player, you draw a card and lose life. So you got some card draw, and at the beginning of your end step of a non-land permanent left the battlefield or a spell was warped, you could create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature. So good. This guy's got a lot of cool utility built into it. Bloodletter. If an opponent would lose life, they lose twice that much. You put that together, Unstoppable Slasher, they lose all their life. So that's a 2-card combo for an insta-kill. Alcatraz. Whenever it attacks, each opponent discards a card. For each opponent that can't, you draw a card. Whenever an opponent discards a land, you create a 1/1 black token with flying. When Alcatraz dies, he comes back as a land, and you could retransform it back into Alcatraz, provided that your opponent doesn't have very many lands in his hand. The cover-up wipes the board. If you collect evidence, you can pick one of the cards in the graveyard and exile it. The full play site of it. A lot of times, if they're playing a combo deck, that will finish them off. Unholy Annex will draw cards for you. If you don't have a demon, you'll lose 2 life. But if you do, your opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. You can also choose to make a demon. All right, other than that, we've got Soulstone Sanctuary, which also acts as a demon. So that's great. And Demolition Field blowing up non-basic lands. All right, so what we're going to do, we got utility, man. We're going to be drawing cards, killing things, getting rid of graveyards, going after their hand, getting out demons, and vampires sucking lives. That's what we're going to do. All right, that sounds like fun. Before we do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black King Volgaroth, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush your enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. All right, put against Rasetsu. Rasetsu. I don't know how to pronounce it. Keep. All right, I see what we're playing against. Deep-Cavern Bat could help out. Just got to grab ourselves that Hydra. And hopefully we'll just be able to fight kill the bat. He wants to get a little big and fight, but he's not looking like the self-recursing Death Touch guy I'm about to put out. Yeah, come at me, brah. All right, ready to start losing half your life, or do you want to actually sacrifice something? You'll take half your life. All right, there you go. Ooh, Archenemy's charm. You think you got the beef? Is that the deal? Gone. Demon Wall. And we win! In your face, Duffy Moon! I put against notDexa. Alright, we can start messing around a little bit at the beginning. What has he got? Alright, let's see. We got to get rid of that Hydra. Hey, let's grab Little Girl. She has killed me twice so far. I don't... So we just need to get her. But the Hydra's a bad person. Archenemy's Charm is going to do a fine job at that. Alright, so I don't really care about Bristly Bill. He's a little limited in what he can do. He wants to put everything onto the Hydra, I know it. He seems to be dancing around the Hydra. Alright, does he have anything good in his hand I gotta worry about? Nothing. Alright, is he gonna Hydra up now? Probably. Alright, there's the Hydra. He's got to put out the land. He's gonna double bump it. He'll put Bristly Bill's love onto it. May the love of Bristly Bill anoint thee. Alright, and we're still taking hits pretty hard. Got Tifa Khalifa. She's got... trying to think, what am I going to do about her? I mean, I could get the demon out next turn, and demon's pretty kick-ass, but if she pumps up too much, we could still lose a bunch. Elegy Acolyte has lifelink. Gives me the 4. You got something in your hand. You just keep touching things. All right. I mean, yeah, because Tifa, I could have kept the bat out for the fight, and then it would drop it, and then you'd have to give it up. He's got it up to 8. $10, nasty. All right, Tifa's gone. All right, Demolition Field, Unstoppable Slasher. Let's go after his hand, see if it's something interesting. Nope. Something he can't deal with. You can't block, man. Ooh, I am losing it hard right now. So I got to get a demon out next turn. I have to. Otherwise, I'll be killing myself. Yeah, come at me, brah. Lose your bitch to the bill. You're not going to do it, are you? You're a giant wuss. All right, here we go. Demon it up. Put another one out. Take it in. All right, you got it. You got to block now. Otherwise, you lose. There, you lose, man. I don't know. You didn't know that was happening? Suck it, suckerfish. Victory. All right, playing against NoTIK. NoTIK. All right, Demon Wall and Unholy Annex. There you go. Keep. Turn 2, turn 3. Yeah, I'd get rid of that Unholy Annex. Well, that's it. Not doing anything else for us for this game now. Looks like we're playing the same game. All right, but I do have an Unholy Annex, so that'll be nice. Maybe I can get a little bit of advantage over this guy. Nice. All right. He's got a lot more flying guys than I got. I'm going to go take a look at his hand. Worst case scenario, nothing to do. All right. Oh, we're just picking up mana like crazy. Do I lose now? Okay, this is just the devil, man. All right, I think I need 6 mana to make the demon walls be awesome. I'll have 6 mana. All right, NoTIK. You're thinking too much. Come over here and give me some prairie dogs. All right, I'm going to go ahead and Unstoppable Slasher is what I'm going to do. Got to keep these guys back with the demon. Cool. All right, we got the Bloodletter. I get him out. That's a combo he's got to block at that point. Destroy all creatures. All right, at least we get back our Slasher. Unless he's going to go ahead and get rid of that one. That's what he's going to do. Yep, there goes all the Slashers. Nothing out, so we'll just have to sit there and do this. All right, we got some killing. What is this thing? 3? So Tragic Trajectory is not going to do it. There's not enough things going on. Vampire Demon. Alright, stay alive, Bloodletter. Stay alive. Alright, he's down to 1. I got this for doing... that kills him right there. Alright, good job. Good job, Black Deck. You're holding it together. Victory! I played against Disturbed Saint. Alright, I wish Tragic Trajectory was an instant. We'll make use of that. That guy, again, blossoms out of control way too quickly. I would play against rabbits, probably. Deadly Cover-Up's going to go pretty well. Means I don't want to play too much. I'm going to be wiping a board. I put this guy out. We'll let him just chill. Keep flowing it out. All right, good. Should I just blow it now? All right, we get our guy back. He's lost all those dudes. Let's go after his hand. Another demon wall. All right, that'll keep him off my back for a second. And we win! And we win. Victory! Alright, playing against nibudar. Alright, let's go after his hand, as one does. Turn off his choky bow. He's got nothing. Non-creature, not land. Everything's a creature. All right, come on. Pass the rock, yo. Might as well blow it away when we get the opportunity. Got a whole another one right there, so whatever. Whatevs. We could shoot Sharkon with the Sheriff. We need a third mana. Third mana. All right, I'm going to go for Unholy Annex. We need to draw some cards, but yeah, that's... I guess 5 mana would be good. We can get some demons out of the deal. This is a Sunspine Lynx. All right, cool. Never seen it before. And nothing. We need to get 6 mana before we get the Demon Wall activated. And we have 5. We can't get a demon, though, going on the next turn. All right, damage has been dealt. I take that as a personal offense. All right, demon up. See, that's exiled is the problem. It's not worth it. Ooh, nice deadly cover up. Looks good. All right, you want to come after me now, Drive Turkey? That guy causes you a lot more damage than I think it causes me. Ah, what can I do here? Can I just win? Apparently. Victory! Alright, put against Choki 25. What do we can do for turn 1? I mean, it looks like it's just going to be a Duress there. Wonk. That's a sorcery. Is that guy ever going to stay out? That's the question. He just played it. Problem is, if I kill it, I'd have to exile it to get rid of it. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be in a bad situation. He's just going to put his guy out. I got to get rid of the bat. He gets his card back. So he gets everything, I get nothing. Oh, well, at least I got to see what was in his hand, right? Mom. Let's go touch his graveyard in icky ways. There'll be no coming back from that. All right, come on. There's a guy. Leave this for a second. I worry about him pulling from his graveyard. Do it. Let the anger flow through you. We're getting a lot of mana out of nowhere here. You can block if you want. You could shoot a dude if you want. I wonder if mercenary counts as... What did that say specifically? Non-outlaw? Mercenaries... Oh, it can't kill it! It's an assassin. Yep, you can't get rid of it with that card. Good. I totally planned for it. All right, come on. Pass the rock, yo. You got 1 mana. Nothing to do. Let's do this first. We'll see what he does. I think if I put out the demon, then the problem is that he will just shoot it out of the air. All right, half his life. Suddenly I'm winning. Go for some card draw. I think I can afford it. All right, we can grab that out of his hand with the bat. All right, Smokey Joe, you seem to be thinking a lot. Trust me, it's so much better a game if you stop thinking. Just turn off your brain. Just throw cards around like crazy. That's the best way to play Magic cards. All right, I'm going to snag from his hand. That. Does he have enough in here for me to blow? I'm not that concerned. All right, we just got to get the Unstoppable Slasher to queue up, and then we can Bloodletter of Alcatraz and win this thing. That is a swamp. Well, he's just laying him down, isn't he? I'll put on my own. All right, man, come on. Let's go. Let's go, Chokey. You got 1 card. I don't know why you're trying to think of this so hard. All right, come on. I know you get to draw 2 cards. You kept that demon out. It'd be great if I get something I can kill the demon. That'd be great too. Come on. You got nothing now, man. Are you just roping? Is that the deal? All right, we got mana. Let's open up Demon Express. And I'm going to just chew... Gosh, should I just grab another card? Let's do that. All right, so I took the advantage here. Next turn we'll open up with Unstoppable Slasher. We can get out the Bloodletter. Hopefully he's got nothing in his hand worth playing. All right, Choki's going to take another 10 minutes, so just go get yourself a drink, maybe fix yourself a nice sandwich, and come back. There was a little Spanish flea, a rock and roll star he would be, just like the Beatles he heard of and the Chipmunks he saw on TV. Why not a little Spanish flea? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. He's looking. I mean, in reality, if he can get past my guys, he can do 6 points of damage, and then his little thing over here will just chew me up. I need to not take any more damage this turn. That is a big deal. This guy's there. I saw him touching my cards. And here we go. Let's go after his hand first. Nothing to worry about. All right, you can take it back. You could go ahead and block the Deep-Cavern Bat, your biggest rival. Then you can have back your creature destruction. Of course, you'll be dead. You're not playing any of those things. I think you lost. Here's the problem. If you block the Unstoppable Slasher, which is a good thing for you, then you don't have to lose everything. If you block the demon, then the Unstoppable Slasher will kill you. If you block the Unstoppable Slasher, the demon will kill you. If you do nothing, they'll all kill you. Victory! Alright, so we are with Mono Black Midrange. Yeah, it was another Curse Breaker deck. It's just been really bad the last few days. And this thing brought me back from the edge. So I thank you, Mono Black, for doing what you do best. Let's see, who was the MVP? I don't know when I was playing it. I'm just like, oh, there we go. The one card I was waiting for. You know what it is? I think it was Unholy Annex. That was the MVP. Just because sometimes this deck seemed a little on the slow side. But Unholy Annex got you that card draw you needed. Sure, it took a lot of life. And we did have a few demons on board to help protect us. Demon Wall seemed really slow. I mean, that's a problem. You get it out. I got it a bunch. You can put it out and just stood there being a big old idiot. But it did a good job of defending and everything. It didn't progress the game. I like the fact that eventually you get up to 6 mana. You can actually make it attack and everything. Yeah, that's great. But 6 mana is a long way into the game. This deck is slow because there's not much to do at the beginning that is aggressive. I mean, we have the ability to control. We go after people's graveyards and stuff like that, but not really doing much of anything until turn 3. And even, turn 3 is awesome with Unstoppable Slasher. And we got the Bloodletter. There's a 2-card combo that finishes anything off, but people know that trick now. But Unholy Annex is the beating engine of this deck. It's the thing that gets things going. So, Unholy Annex, you are today's most valuable player. Congratulations, room, you're going to be enjoying some time at Disneyland. All right, let's get to it. Was this deck competitive? Let's just see where we ended up on this thing. 75%. There you go, 75%. So yeah, it felt like a competitive deck. I mean, the deal is that I have a hard time believing it was 75%. But still, that's numbers don't lie. Stats get it going. I just played it a bunch. It did good. There were a few times that people were smoking me. I'm trying to think what it was. It was mostly like aggro or bounce. That was another one that was smoking me because I try to get dudes out and they just bounce it out. They don't have anything on the battlefield. Because Unstoppable Slasher is fantastic, but if she's just not there, then what are you going to do? People going aggro because this deck is got not a lot going on at the beginning. And this deck, for some reason, I don't think it was me, it's a shuffler, was either going all mana or no mana. That happened a lot. And there's just 24 mana. That shouldn't have been. It should have been a nice consistent mana, and yet the shuffler was out to get me. So the deck did very well. It was very consistent. Black is a utility deck that does pretty much everything. So, yeah, that's why it's a curse breaker. Is this deck competitive? Yes. Number 2, was this deck fun? Yes. I mean, you can see there's a lot going on in 1 and 2, which to me means it was aggro. No, this is a mid-range deck. There's nothing, it's all slow when you're putting it out. You're just doing utility things to start things out. The deck doesn't really start happening until you get to mid-level, turn 3, turn 4, maybe even turn 5. Things start happening for you. So it was a good deck. It was fun by mid-range, but yeah, I felt really suffocating the first few rounds, turns 1 through 3. So I'm not going to give it a high score for being super fun, but it depends on the kind of player you are. Let's see. Lastly, was this deck interesting? Barely. But this deck wasn't a deck we played for being interesting. It was a deck we played to break a curse. What was making it interesting? Well, we had 2 cards from Edge of Eternities. We had Elegy Acolyte. We had Archenemy Charm. Well, we also had Tragic Trajectory. This is the card I really don't particularly care for in a flat deck. You need more warping going on to make this worthwhile. I played another black deck where we had more warping guys in it, and Tragic Trajectory is much better. And this doesn't. It's a little lame. But still, that's what made this deck interesting, was the Edge of Eternity cards. It was all right. It was all right. All right, so let's add this up. Was this deck competitive? Yeah. Was this deck fun? Enough. Was this deck interesting? Enough. All right, so I'm going to give this deck, normally I give it an A- because of its stats, but because it was a curse breaker, I'm going to make it into a straight A deck. Well worth playing. It's going to get you from here to there. Somebody said recently, if you play any deck, you can grind your way into Mythic. This deck will get you there. So if you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun with it as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.